had to make sure the volume right. Damn, son, where you find that shit? Snip. Where you find that snip? Sit back and relax. Gonna go to space. And everybody gonna get help. I mean, everybody need help. Musically, spiritually, mentally, physically.
Yeah. I know you want a little bit of this. I know you want a little bit of that. But nobody got your back. You all alone now on the front line. And you ain't even got no stack. You all alone now on the front line. And you ain't even got your stack. Yeah. On it, like I be on that car. On it, like I be on that rod. On it, like I be on a star. Honest, that's all we are. Just tryna go chill and relax. Don't give a fuck how you feel about that. About to start cutting up like I be cutting up all of the Buffalo Bills in the bag. This ain't the 80s, but I'ma be out here just posted like I was just doing some crack. But I never me, I don't know the way. Won't need a block till I'm done today. I could top of years while I rain out a Seminole or a slave, but still a runaway. Can you please let me catch you, don't run away. Girl, I don't care what your mother say. Only thing would've been you, girl. Maybe it wasn't late, pick you up for a date. I am that person you wanna be with. Yeah. I don't know why you don't wanna be shit, bitch. Yeah. As soon as you call me, I'm coming legit. Yeah. With that hammer, you know I ain't coming to quit. After I'm done, don't touch me. Yeah. I know you want a little bit of this. I know you want a little bit of that. But nobody got your back. You all alone now on the front line. And you ain't even got no stack. You all alone now on the front line. And you ain't even got your stack. Yeah. On it, like I be on that car. On it, like I be on that ride. On it, like I be on a star. Honest, that's all we are. No, I don't think that we be on the same road. Following color candy coated rainbows. Once in a storm and you ain't got a raincoat. Looking for cheese, rats up in a maze house. Jumping on so many hats and I ain't talking about a cake. Oh, it's not a place up in this where I can't go. Saying I'm never seen like a ghost. Yeah, listen, my nigga, look, you're just high up a magazine. You're like Mike when he played for the Wizards. Just listen, you don't got the better team. So many clips, it's like making a movie. You know that I keep me an extra scene. And whatever, it's gonna be better be. God, go work it out. Wasting your time just calling that bitch. Love that guy, go work it out. The fire is off, it's burning out. You better just get up out of the way. This existence, you know I created it. I ain't getting up out of this plane. You just keep tripping it out to complain. You already know I ain't into that. You just be trying to get one up on grudges, and that is why you do a tip attack. Deal with the turtle and deer in the bear gang. I ain't talking about diplomats, but I was the one doing all of the talking with tails on the back like a kitty cat right by the kitty. Yeah. I know you want a little bit of this. I know you want a little bit of that. But nobody got your back. You all alone now on the front line. And you ain't even got no stack. You all alone now on the front line. And you ain't even got your stack. Yeah. On it, like I be on that car. On it, like I be on that rod. On it, like I be on a star. Honest, that's all we are.
The best producer alive. I'm gonna front of the best producer, best rapper. It won't be another person like me at this age. You might as well just throw away the industry there. You must, shit, if it ain't me, you might as well throw it away. Throw everything away. It can't be no remix. It can't be nothing. Nobody got the right mind state. They ain't in their right culture. They ain't in their lineage. Half of them is foreigners. None of them gonna have the right template with this soil need right now. You go back to your, get back on the boat. Everybody need help right now. Just goddamn. God's children sit back from a distance and watch. You was eating oxtail. I was watching from a hawk's eye. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Angel May Cry 3 mixtapes gonna age so well. It ain't never gonna ever be another. You can't make a rapper be in a studio and be like do something like that, and you can't. You just can't. You got the flow. You got the you just can't. You got the right mind state. The new yellow oxide. You the yellow iron. And we all keep it real. We all keep it real for everybody, so everybody can understand what's going on in the esoteric world. Now, first and foremost, I know people might be like, "Oh, as soon as he break up astrology, and it might got something to do with this too." You know, the moon been putting y'all through a test. As the moon been going in like Capricorn, see, when a lot of things was happening, the moon wasn't in Capricorn and the sun wasn't in Aries. So there was a lot of things going on that you probably didn't even know what was going on in people's personal life. But as we in the sun and Aries right now, people's personalities, their independence is being put on the forefront. Now, as the moon make transitions, that's going to be how the archetype of the sun being in Aries, how things appear to be. It's going to be modified by the world we are in, what things are absorbed in and submerged in and remixed in and things of that nature. So the sun may look like it's in Aries, but what Aries is doing or what the energy and influence is doing is where the moon is at. So it looks like, or the action quality or the appearance. But if you don't know what the appearance is working towards, the moon sign, here's where you may fall short. And here's how you even start to hear about things that have already happened. But now you actually get to see that person as an individual. Does they business or how they stand on business or how they built up their life? Does it match their individuality? Does it match their personality? Does it match what they actually got going on as an individual? You know what I'm saying? Does it match their independent goal or whatever the case may be? You can even see it in music and things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? For the most part, a person, how they was making money based upon their business, they may not be that person individually. They may not be that person, personally. You know what I'm saying? As an individual, or things that they have to do independent might not have anything to do with that business. And everybody is able to see if it's right or wrong, if they was getting rocked to sleep, or if it's justified due to the fact of the sun being in Aries. Everybody independence is in forefront, or what they do as an individual. And if you're on the right side of the universe, you could be an example for someone else of how to understand their true passion or what their independence and inspirations and how to have motivation to go for it. If you're on the wrong side of the universe, then you're going to be all the examples of what not to do when you're trying to do that by yourself, what not to do, what you're trying to be, but you ain't really the I am, like I am, or you know what I'm saying? You ain't really the I am, or you ain't really the circumstance that's being attacked right now. You're playing a caricature or whatever. Because all these things is the mind states and things of that nature. Don't get too lost. But for the most part, when you understand and you God's children or whatever, these things is child play. So a lot of times when spirits are children, they cater to these childlike mental forms that is our first body, that a lot of spirits have already grew up in, became an adult, been there and done that and things of that nature, and it's not seen in that way due to the fact of the human trying to evolve and thinking that these things is the best thing since anchovy and cheese bread or whatever the case may be. I know science, or however the case may be. You see what I'm saying? I know how to jump rope. I know how to ride a bike. I finally reached the day and got training wheels, or however the case may be, retard brains and stuff like that. But yeah, have fun. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, as this energy is going on that y'all need to really understand that may go beyond your comprehension, because your comprehension is just how to get some, you know what I'm saying, whatever Walt Disney taught you to get, however the case may be. But for the most part, when we start to talk about the sun being in Aries and things of that nature, or Aries, you know what I'm saying, the energy that push things in, or however, right? Everybody's being put to the test. Does your business or the things you stand on, does it match your independence? And if you're on the wrong side of the universe, it's not gonna match your independence, and whatever you have built up may experience a tower moment. You know what I'm saying? And due to the fact of y'all watch Walt Disney all the time, I'm just generalizing, you know what I'm saying? TV, going out in the world, thinking you have to do things based upon peer pressure or whatever the case. These things may be tied to how you get your 1-2 together. These things may be tied to how you get money or whatever the case may be. So, you could have your career threatened during this particular time. You know what I'm saying? Would they be trying to sue people for during damage control and stuff like that? What they call that when you put some bad stain on somebody's name? I forget the term for it or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know what I'm talking about. Where people be suing for defamation of character, however the case may be, or defamation of character. But you know what I'm saying? This be a lot of the things that that everybody is in right now during this particular time based upon the universe. You know what I'm saying? Is everybody want to say, do your business match your independence, the individuality? Is that something you really want to do? And if it ain't something that's really you, I'm gonna take you through a situation to show you, do you want these things that come with this thing you trying to be? Because it might not be you. You know what I'm saying? You might not like, you might can't handle everything it come with. And if you can't handle everything it come with, that means it ain't you. So a lot of times, a lot of y'all may have got away with things that ain't really you. And then for the most part, now the sun being in Aries and the moon being in Capricorn is putting that to the test as we prepare to go into the new moon. But for the most part, as the moon go into Aquarius, that's when you're going to see who actually match you or not. You see what I'm saying? That's when you go actually look at your associations and actually be able to see if they match your independent role or not. To see if they match your independent goals, to see if they match your motivations or whatever. Or you're going to see if people really with you or not during this particular time. As soon as the moon go in Aquarius, that's going to put you through the ringer. That's going to let you be able to observe your people, your family, friends, associates, and co-workers, and be able to suggest or kind of compartmentalize what do they mean for you in your life. Pardon me. You also gonna see if you was trusting the right people or not, or whatever. See, right now it's a little frustrating energy because it's cardinal. So as the sun being in Aries and the moon being in Capricorn, that's 90-degree angle or whatever. So the world that's being made is how you correlate yourself, sophistication, right? How you create order somewhere, somewhere where it's discipline or lack thereof. These is going to be the focuses when it comes into your emotional state. Wherever you feel structured or unstructured, that's where you're going to be focused to get emotionally aroused at. If you're on the wrong side of the universe, it's going to remind you, hey, gain some emotional motivation for something you're supposed to be taking care of so you can emotionally relax. If you're on the right side of the universe, you're going to be more in that creative space. Hey, this is a new idea to add into what you're already doing. Hey, this is a new perspective to add what you're already doing and to make it more fruitful, or however the case may be. And therefore, that little frustration of adjusting something new, but having that same quality, if it's not broke, don't fix it, is how you're on the right side of the universe, but the square energies can still play out as negative for you because you could be in the energy of seeing something new, but being in a position of something already working, something already initiated, but not seeing the aspects where something could be added to make it better due to the fact that it's already in a comfort zone or however. So it's a frustration of, should I add this because it might destroy what I already got? Should I leave that alone because what I already got is already okay? Or I don't need that, and then later on down the line it was something you needed, and now you look like you outdated because you ain't got that new adjustment. You ain't got that new XM radio for your goddamn Star-Lord radio spaceship, Galaxy of the Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy quality when you get ready to come to wake up in the morning. Basically, that's all that means. That's all that means. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where y'all be floating at, though. I don't know where y'all be floating at. Y'all be sleeping in y'all dreams. Retarded dreams. Fart cloud dreams. You know what I'm saying? But I've been telling everybody right now the energies that we be in. It seems like people don't listen. So people also within their careers think that there's a lot of individuals that care about careers. There's not a lot of people that care about careers, or the industry itself is going through a shift. So things that come with it is, so let's say you lost in a physical, you might be lost into tangibles and stuff like that. But the things that come with it is more on a percentage scale of a focus right now with God trying to put us all in, or if you don't believe in that, whatever, this the shift we in. You could be looking at your own life, whether you're an atheist or not. There were certain things that you gave certain importance to, and right now it's not that important. And there's other things on a percentage scale that seem like it's more of a focus. And if you've been rooted in that energy, it's hard for you to make a shift. It's hard for you to make a transition. It's almost like an old person that has to learn online the way a young person already know online, or whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that in all forms. So whether your justifications for it, whether you like an atheist, or whether you religious, or whether you spiritual, however the case may be, you know, you're going to come to the same conclusion everybody else is coming to, just with a different description, or different, you're going to describe it different. But who cares? You can't do what you used to do. It don't work the same. The end. We see artists doing it, trying to do the same role like they did before. It don't work now. The end. We see Kanye West doing a whole bunch of colonizing and stuff like that, like he used to do. It don't work this time. The end, or whatever the case may be. So it's like, this is another thing too for agents to sit back and be like, let me see if people like Medicine Man and what Dolo be talking about, let me see if this is actually real. Let's try it even harder. Then when they see a more crash out, this is how they can sit back and be like, well, damn, it ain't real. Kanye West really don't got his community the way he thought he got. Even if we try to make a circumstance of what we think his community hate, put him as the face of the opposer of that, he still can't get his community. Y'all, goddamn, he got an esoteric small dick. You know what I'm saying? However the case may be, but you know what I'm saying? This is things where spiritual people get into, whether you want to justify it to that, or people who are intelligent a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't in no position, if you right now, probably especially a hater of mine or whatever, you infinitely ain't in no position of having a mind state to even be thinking you can run anybody around you. You can't run your own goddamn kids. So I don't think there's something to tell me. So shut up. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it's certain mind states and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying? We go through other energies and stuff where I've been trying to explain. We didn't even have to see so many crash out people and stuff like that. If people don't be lost, and then just by the sake of us using the same words and lack of better words, that's why I be struggling because it be different words, and I got words for it, but then it's a different language. So y'all not necessarily gonna understand it the way I see it. So it ain't no way of comparing and contrasting us using the same words like spirit and this, that, and third and science or whatever, but to compare and contrast who real, who pointing to reality, and just for lack of better words, we're just saying the same thing. Like one person could say the mind and they be somewhere lost in foggy fart cloud land, and one person could say the mind and they're very have something relatable and then see in some way, shape, or form of that matter, or however the case. But both we still talking about the mind or whatever. So it ain't what we talking about, is how we talking about it. For lack of better words, there ain't a lot of intelligent people that's taking these charges that can even fund themselves to have colleges and churches and things of that nature for themselves in a peaceful manner, because these things was built in the first place based upon racist stuff and things that ain't got nothing to do with reality and about that money, or things that got something to do with how we all could come together and work together and come with a sufficient plan that we don't have to see a lot of these celebrities and things in the industry crash out right now due to the fact of maybe some people got a lot of money, so that blinds the clear ear, and then your ears covered with the ear pods of ego. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? A lot of times people may see what they see that have already worked, and since they already have a lot of monetary gain from it or validation from it, but it came from the previous lifetime, it may be hard for them to actually, or the previous or the old world, it may be hard for them to understand because they still got old world glasses that they got the old Walmart and something like that. So when the new Walmart is here, the new targets, the new shift that I'm trying to explain or whatever the case may be, they're still looking within the aisles and the objects and the foods and stuff like that and the clothes. They're looking at every aisle, the car stuff, and still with the old glasses. So they might think, well, damn, this still supposed to cost this thing, or this still supposed to be this. And then, but people not even buying them same things on the shelf, or people not even interested to that same thing on the shelf. Then you might be in a position where you like, well, maybe let me fund something, let me put something on the shelf. Then you might have the wrong subjectory of what you thinking people want on the shelf based upon you crashing out because you trying to get your opinions and advice off TikTokers or certain YouTubers that you can't counterpartmentalize who real, and due to the fact what you into, you might got a bias, you might got a hatred. Those glasses don't allow you to see what we're all going through and to understand everybody's pocket. So separating from your bias and have you have a broader perception to know, even if you're a person that invests in certain things, get out of your own bias and come up with better ideas of what you're actually invested in to, present as products and things of that nature or whatever the case may be. Because we all need toilet paper to wipe our ass. You know what I'm saying? That'll never leave. We all need clothes to be put on our back. But it's starting to seem like old world tactics is being put on the forefront. So the things like our necessity, clothes on our back, we all need food. We all need things like these ain't the actual ideas coming up with how to make these things better. It's ideas around these things, fluff. Well, maybe there's a different way of how we could do business to sell clothes. No, that's fluff. We all gonna need clothes, so it ain't about that. Just get creative. You come up with another type of Coochie sweater or whatever the case may be. Everybody buying your sweater. Not let's destroy a version of Coochie sweater and make everybody have to buy these goddamn undercover cop hoodie sweaters or whatever the case may be. Like homeboy Remo be wearing on damn Adam 22. I said, but I gotta understand. It'd be deep, like you know what I'm saying, but it's about creativity. We be missing the creative mark based upon the fluff. Things that, oh, maybe my bank account could be better, or maybe they think like this. It ain't no maybe. It's just get creative, and people are more inspired by who jumped into a space of risk. And risk doesn't have to be physical and things of that nature. See, back in the day, they used to say this in the hood: scared money don't make no money, or whatever the case may be. Or replace that with risk, whether you white collar, blue collar, or however the case may be. And individuals would even be more inspired by, see, this is one of the reasons, let me make this example, because I'm from the hood, so people from the hood who watch me will be able to understand this, right? This is one of the reasons why Jay-Z is getting so much flack or lack of conversation or dialogue or engagement when it comes into his latest interview that he did with GQ or whatever the case may be. Because here's the thing, there's already been talks in the wind. Why you ain't going to Memphis Bleak? You know what I'm saying? Now here's the thing, right? The old world would teach a person within a colonist frame, right? Well, It's business. GQ already so it makes sense in the business world or the industry world. But due to the fact we're going through the new shift and that's considered outdated, you're going to be around a bunch of people who may not know how to explain why they're uninterested, may not know how to explain why they rather jump on a negative bandwagon first, may not know how to explain, but their spirit is already sensing it. So you're getting that reaction. And based upon a person's intelligence, that's the form of reaction you're going to get. So you're going to have some people totally crash out. Some people totally agree. Some people totally don't care. But none of that is going to equate to Jay-Z selling records like he used to do. So for the most part, what is the problem? All right. The problem is this. It ain't so much a Memphis Bleak, but it's also so much as the fact that looked risky due to the fact of the old world tactics that appeared that they appear don't be watching online to really root in their mind. That's the old way of doing things. And there's certain tactics that would destroy a rollout, regardless of the rollout itself. People like Tory Lanez can have problems like that during this particular time. It can be a good idea the way that things was a subjectory from 2016 to now and utilizing AI, whatever the case may be. But due to the fact of the process, the meaning and reasoning to why you're doing it behind it and what it's attached to, that's what's being looked at and being broken down through a tower moment at the moment. And when people ain't spiritual, these are the things that they don't understand because it don't have anything to do with the Walt Disney commercial, don't have anything to do with the tangible, don't have anything to do with the gold, don't have anything to do with the bank account. Don't have anything to do with solutions for your relationship that you probably currently in that got no business being in at the moment because both of y'all was lost. Y'all both nuts. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, we're looking at a disconnect. Too many people have separated from spirituality or just being in tune with their nature and natural nature and reality, right? And then for the most part have placed themselves into a situation of needing a crutch for things that they was already supposed to be aware of themselves that go beyond the crutch itself, and with the crutch slap the word and the meaning behind of what it's going to solve, which is why you jump on 1 or 2 medications and then you go to the hospital and you leave with 9 more. You know what I'm saying? And so all that insurance money went right back into their pocket. You done fought the war and everything and this, that, and third, and they figured out how to get their money back. They sure figured out how to get their money back one way or another, whether it's through Walgreens, Rite Aid, I'm saying H plans, H1K plans, WD30 plans, 1-2 plans, 4AK plans, 412 plans, all kind of plans. You just know that you're going to be paying. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. That's it. Welcome to America. I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, right? Y'all need to peep game. Right? The reason why these individuals is having issues and things of that nature is being detached from a spirituality or having their spirituality filtered through a religion or a circumstance or a construct that may not have anything to do with their best interest when it comes to their lineage and their culture. So for the most part, these is things that's being more heightened because everybody need to find themselves in the spiritual world with that esoteric bee nest. Everybody need to find a little sack. They find a pot to fulfill their own honey, their own first body, their own mental, their own security and things of that nature. People not even sure about even clinging on to other people's security system. Even when they get into religion right now, it's being replaced with security system. So a person will come up with a more logical way to try to attack it and put it in the frame of thought of it's just a security system from the person that's even trying to convert them or whatever, and make the converter look more lost in their own mind in some way, shape, or form. This is the time that we're going through. People just may not understand it though. And I hate to use religion as an example. I'm just using many things also, like going back to Jay-Z and things of that nature. It could be something simple as him using Hove right now. That alone, he's been using Hove all this time, all the way up to 2016. Try it now. You know what I'm saying? Every time you say Hove, another 10,000 records you ain't gonna be able to sell. You know what I'm saying? It's like that simple. Another spirit may not be able to understand it to explain it, but 9 times out of 10 is your audience. You see what I'm saying? Everybody going through a spiritual transition, but don't want to run away from this way of looking at it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just with Hove. It's not just with that. It's the meaning and reasoning behind it. For an example, right? We can even look at things like 50 Cent, right? Now, 50 Cent in one area, hot, make good shows and things of that nature, right? But he don't know that he may lose attention from things that people may know how to explain. It may be something just as simple in the spiritual world as you told us thousands of times you don't smoke weed and you don't drink alcohol, but you selling the alcohol and you got a weed song. Now it makes people go back. I get high all the time, don't hit the same. And whatever liquor he got, don't hit the same. So for the most part, a spirit may not know how to explain it. Spirit may be still drinking. A spirit may not drink. Spirit may be still smoking. A person may not be smoking at the moment. But due to the fact of anything 50 try to sell all the way to a show, that might not get as much of attention as it did before 2016. You get it? You see what I'm saying? And I'm not hating on anybody. I'm just trying to present to y'all the spiritual world, how God looking at things, and how if everybody up under one universe and things of that nature, you act accordingly after the fact. You know what I'm saying? You need to be warmed up after it's become AM. You go back into the crib after it's PM or whatever. You ain't saying when I come outside, I'm gonna make sure it's AM. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to go out. I don't want to go inside yet. So I'm going to make sure nobody experienced nighttime yet until I feel like going. You can't do that. So for everybody to be born, for you to be here, you're within something. You're within a mechanism. If you want to play it out in an opposite way or you think your own way, that's what it looks like. You're the natural representation of someone living out of order. You're a natural representation of someone, a Satan. You a Satan to yourself. You're going to hurt yourself and someone else, eventually going down the wrong opposite path that ain't got nothing to do with what God even showed us simply. You can't even change spring, summer, fall, winter. You know what I'm saying? What make you think you get ready to change everybody's idea to think like you? Say I jump off a cliff or whatever the case may be. So anytime somebody giving you an idea that they got, but it's in sync and relatable to something you could be aware of on your own time, even when they ain't around, both of y'all close to God, or you got a little closer to God, then that person help you with God. Anytime that person put you onto something and it ain't something that you could be aware of on your own or whatever the case may be, all the way into the mind. Then we got to get intelligent. Y'all got to start getting intelligent there. Y'all put this intelligence only on the physical. No, this is also in the mind. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you can see that tree in the backyard. I ain't see it. So, hey, if a tree fell and we ain't nowhere to hear it, then did it actually fall? Some stupid ass dichotomies, scientific argument or whatever the case may be, that's retarded all the way on stupid ground and reasonings and basis. But at the same time, you already know a tree grow, whether it's in your backyard, and I know a tree grow, whether it's in my backyard or not. So for the most part, both of us can agree on something, whether you got a tree in your backyard or not, or whatever the case may be. The moment you tell me, but maybe it was something else there and it wasn't a goddamn tree or whatever, you'd have lost one. You know what I'm saying? You'd have lost one at that point. And further than that, well, y'all can't get past these things or whatever the case. Y'all still gonna be lost in Billy Carson's and aliens. I'm the only alien. And you can see me. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I'm abducting or whatever, I'm shining light. And if your spirit get absorbed in it and got a whole different idea about it or whatever the case may be, that's the only abduction. But you want to get abducted for people that got something to do with God. That's it. Anything else, probably your money. All money went to toys of Star Trek. That's all your money. You got a whole closet full of Star Wars toys and Luke Skywalker. Oh, for that. Oh, for that. DoelowDaPilotman action figures coming soon. Oh, for that. Can I do it too? Y'all can't be the only cats doing this stuff, getting billions of dollars. Shout out to y'all, though. Shout out to all y'all. Doing the grassies, all y'all. See, I'm a player. Midwest people are players. We don't be haters. There's just too many haters, and then we got to remind y'all, you the hater. Y'all be trying to harm us and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? There's some Midwest person just did some shooting and stuff like that over there in Houston and stuff like that. I don't know no names. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. He ain't from the Midwest. He from somewhere out there in another country. You know what I'm saying? Another continent. Midwest people is players. You know what I'm saying? We don't play too many games. We don't play too much fluff or whatever like that. We mind our business. You got to get our attention about something. You got to make us mad about something. So we probably don't even care about at the moment. You know what I'm saying? This is something you got to get us out of our mood. We too player. Shout out to the whole Northwest Territory, Ohio, you know what I'm saying, Indiana, you know what I'm saying, Illinois, Chicago, you know what I'm saying, Michigan, Detroit, fresh about the cut like I'm a D-boy, fresh as hell like I'm from Detroit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We player, man. Like we don't really be into all that type of stuff and stuff like that. We like look at the reality of something. Then, you know, on the outskirts of the waters and stuff like that, those where the colonists came in first. So everybody mind wrapped up and have to survive or play the colonist game. So if you in New York, you deep in. You know what I'm saying? You deep in. You know what I'm saying? You California, you deep in. You deep in. Florida, you deep in. You deep in. You deep in. Washington, you deep in. Y'all, it's like it's still a spirit thing all the way from the 1700s still going on. It's still like you got to migrate because there's always foreigners coming. Foreigner didn't stop. So you still got the mind. So the Midwest still got we like the washing machine bathing cycle where everything reaches end state, come to the Midwest, can get washed out. Whether you became successful with it or you crashed out with it. You know what I'm saying? You became superb, a mob boss, you go sit down somewhere, an agent got completely washed away by everything you was trying to involve yourself in. The moment you slid away from your homelands. New York, Jerseys, and you know what I'm saying, in Florida, or Californias and Vegas. So you slide away from y'all calling this homelands, y'all start getting more than you get back in them old spirits again, the old Wild Wild West again. You go, hateful horses, hateful horses. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we player. We player, man. We just too player. Y'all lucky y'all get Midwest people even online for real. Too player for all that. So we might have created it. We might have made everybody get online and stuff like that. Woo! Don't forget Michael Jackson from Gary, Indiana. Don't forget. Well, shout out to Schoolie G. But check, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be call y'all lost as hell in this world, but y'all gotta understand what's actually going on. The moon. Reacting and responding. Now, as it go into goddamn Aquarius, you're going to be reacting and responding to your associations, how you conduct yourself in the public arena, your uniqueness, your individuality, and stuff like that. You got to stand on it. So if you don't like what you got to stand on as an independent and make it look like that's your passion, right? Because that's where the sun is at. But based upon where the moon get ready to go, you got to be associated with something that matched that. Or it's going to be an opportunity, that 60-degree angle, for you to start to reach all the forks in the road, all the problems, all the have to recalibrate. Is this what you actually is involved in? Is this you? Does this look like you? Does this something that wants to represent you or whatever the case? Is this something you actually passionate? Is it something you work? Is it worth fighting for? You know what I'm saying? We all almost look at this in the music world right now. Gucci Mane gonna have to sit back and consider. Is his associations coming from the rulers of Saturn, that sun when it's in that area, Capricorn and Aquarius is in Capricorn right now. He already been shaken up. Something didn't reach to the public that happened 3 months ago. Now is in a situation where that's everything he associated with from his business. Capricorn, everything he associated with from that. Aquarius, now him being an independent as an individual, that may not match that anymore because that got everything to do with I never snitch. I die before I snitch. All that stuff. Like you can't get online without seeing. If you from the hood or your algorithm, you ain't getting online without seeing that. Whether it's in TikTok form, IG form, YouTube, you ain't getting ready to hear that Roderick Davis get up there and be like, yeah, I never snitch. I never says, yeah, I'd rather die. You know what I'm saying? You can't run from it. You can't say nothing else. You can't say I grew up now. Nothing. I know old gangsters that's old right now. I know old crackheads that's still crackheads right now. There ain't too many changing. Once you go past 30, you stuck in your ways. Anything else is trying to rock somebody to sleep, sell a record, or sell a movie. Oh, so that's on a comedian show. So, you know what I'm saying? Gotta really keep it real. Gotta keep it real. Gotta keep it real. Where the justification's coming from. You know what I'm saying? I just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? See, we player in the Midwest. You know, so we don't get caught in all this type of stuff. Like, we just player, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, he gotta really sit back and be like, all right, I stand on everything I'm associated with. Because this match my independence. This match who I am as an individual. And I'm passionate about this. And I'm willing to fight. I'm willing to die. You know what I'm saying? Aries always gonna put people through the test. It's like Easter. It's something new. Like a new outfit or something. You're just practicing new qualities, new spring qualities. So this is what you want to be, your new self. You know what I'm saying? You making this decision. God watching. God watching. You know what I'm saying? You got to be who you are. Online, real life, you got to be the same person. What Joel Santana said, you got to be that on and off the court. I forgot what song that was. You got to be that person on and off the court. So even when you ain't on the court, people don't even really care about the court unless you on it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, because we're to do that one other court. Shit, dude, they got to end one page. You know what I'm saying? It's going to start getting like that. It's going to start getting like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to understand. Y'all got to peep game. Y'all be lost in the sauce. Y'all be lost in all the sauces and stuff like that without the ketchup and mustard. Instead of your hot relish, hot dog sauce and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I gotta be careful and stuff. But like I said, everybody got to be in that position and stuff like that. And we're going through a time right now. Don't nobody care about the career. Don't nobody care about the fluff. And see, it ain't really about the career. Because it may be a lot of things y'all going to see individuals doing. And they may be in positions that you want to be in. Right? But for the most part, here's the thing. You may not know why they're making the decisions that they make that look like they had tricked themselves out the position. There's a lot of other stuff going on. And people don't know how to explain it. And when you're in a lot of distractions, especially if you're in the hood, and let's say you got a little bit of money, you got a record deal and stuff like that, you already was kind of lost a little bit because you could use your money to do stuff, but then you also could use your money to go like stab out to an Airbnb or something like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then have your homies get washed away up under a tree and stuff like that because these cats still in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Be a lot of stuff going on and stuff, but right now, everything is getting put to the test, and you got to be who you actually are in some way, shape, or form. You can't fake the funk, not even for no monetary gain, because that's what's being seen right now. And people may not know how to explain it, but their spirit's still going to react, and then their level of intelligence is going to be their way of reacting. And some people react a little bit more crazier than others. But the thing that come with a lot of the things that people may cling on to, what Walt Disney may have told us was successful and stuff like that, the fluff that come with it is outdated, and a spirit is like making a lot of decisions to not care about that based upon other things that the spirit is focused on that we're giving more matter to. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand that too. That's why it's important for everybody to mind their business. Y'all don't know what people are going through, and y'all don't know what people actually care about. And a lot of times you could jump out here, especially agents. Y'all could jump out here thinking y'all know what other people care about because of books you read and which you was trained to learn, because you care about that, because you care about money and, oh yeah, and it's the law and this, that, and the third or whatever. You're just going through an orderly fashion of a job. That has nothing to do with people's real life and how they're building communion with each other and what actually matters. So everybody have to be careful, mind your business, and do things morally right. If you got a job, do your job. You know what I'm saying? If you in life trying to make it, just try to make it. Try to not do no little stupid stuff or whatever the case may be. But it's a lot of weird things going on that it's other means. That's the matter of the fact. Not what people are trying to confuse people because of what narratives may have been created on Walt Disney to make people think was important. But these things ain't important in people's day-to-day life when you have to get your 1-2 together and you're around hundreds of people in that same mentality. You see what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why everybody started attacking 50 Cent with the trolling. Like, it was almost like yesterday, it was cool. Then the next day, it wasn't. It wasn't so much of 50 Cent and the trolling. It was more so that there's something going on with maybe something that 50 Cent is attached to. Maybe his team or whatever. And the tactics that they're doing have been played out on too many regular people, like content creators like me and stuff like that. So even though everybody got their own individual problem, people is being put in an esoteric box. It doesn't matter the what, it's the how. So every person doing things in their own particular way, but you can still be in a particular world. So it could be like an agent group that's attacking a whole bunch of content creators for other reasons that just by 50 Cent trolling, it's attached to that same energy. But in the physical, it may not have anything to do with 50 trolling regular people, but that tactic itself, any spirit in that box, is going to be seen as negative. So 50 could have a fan that start disliking him that don't know why he's disliking them, because he might be getting attacked by agents and 50 up here trolling, and you can't troll without agents. They made that up. So it becomes a person like, I don't know why I don't like 50. But since they're not around a person like me or whatever to break down like a medicine man what's going on in the spiritual world before it become physical, it'll be things already planned out that already happened in the spiritual world that's planned out physical that you eventually have to play catch up if you went to any type of monetary gain system or business system or whatever like that. It's almost like, damn, this rollout worked. What's wrong now? I did the same thing I just did. Here go this person online talking about some 2016 stuff. I'm saying, I ain't letting that. You see what I'm saying? And then you go deeper in that hole and deeper into crashing out. And then it's a lot of people we can look at right now, even high investors and stuff, that probably could sit back and came up with other alternative reasons to what I'm explaining right now is the reason. And no, it's what I'm explaining right now. Your money ain't gonna save you. You gotta have some mentality. You gotta have some creativity or something, whatever the case may be. People don't even want things that was done to them wrong. People can care, I ain't gonna say they care less, but it's less on a percentage scale of you can solve their issue with you with money. And we can't use excuses like pride or whatever. It's God making everybody come up with other words and come up with different stuff. So it's developing friction that make new intelligence also, because you're bumping heads with something that was a word and a meaning slacked on something that you're experiencing, and you may have agreed with it, but you're starting to see, no, it's broader than that, and it may not even necessarily be that. We may need another word for it. And just that, you're an individual by default, and you may be an example to bring some new gold here by default from that little friction. And everybody is in like a new spiritual growth by default, because you can't stand old outdated stuff so long. I don't care how long it works for you, how much monetary gain, how much. Eventually something has to be changed, because it's like a fulfillment energy. Once the spirit get fulfilled, It's naturally, it's a natural thing for the spirit to want to jump into another spiritual space pocket to feel that fulfillment energy again. Oh, I can fill this up again. I could create this new mental body, a new goal, that's what a new glorified body is. Create a new sufficient body, sword, and shield to protect yourself, even if this one that the previous mind and body have made and condensed and became an organ ain't expired yet. But you could use that old mind and old body for all these new XM radio, new spaceship, new body gadgets you got to create. This new you. You know what I'm saying? That's what Aries want everybody to do. You know what I'm saying? Aries teaches everybody how to develop your own realm when it comes into where you set your cities and states, aka your emotional states of being. And for you could be aware of when everyone else may be in a small world or a childish world. So when you don't react to it the way that they think it should be reacted to, it's not that when everything play out in reverse in the physical, you're the childish one. No, it's that you know the emotional state that they in, they haven't brought in their spirit to become an adult spirit to get out of that small cocoon yet. So they're still a small childish spirit because they're still dealing with a childish emotion. And then they're going to fight with you because you don't like how they putting their Lego blocks together because you're the older brother or sister that they inspired for validation of how they put the Lego blocks together, that you don't play with Lego blocks anymore. You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. So you see what I'm saying? So it's like that. You in your own room, minding your business. They need validation. They need assistance. They need, you know what I'm saying, in some way, shape, or form. So that's what Aries teaches everybody during this particular time. And when you lack that energy to do that for yourself, this is why you always feel less than. This is why you always feel small, because you feel like you're up under somebody's idea about you. You feel like you up under some type of thing Walt Disney taught us. And when you don't have that representation, you don't have those qualities, or you don't have those actions, or you're not receiving those monetary gains or whatever, then you feel like you're not nobody or whatever. So you separate from that individual space that created all those things that everybody wants. You know what I'm saying? A person had to be somewhere sitting around with themselves or others to go ahead and put the manuscript together for you to be interested in it, right? You see what I'm saying? So that's what Aries want to teach us. And when you lose that energy, you get absorbed in other people's world, other people's mind, and they be all over the place. So you end up being a crash dummy. You end up crashing out for something that ain't even got nothing to do with you. But you thought it had something to do with you because of some communion fluff. Or whatever the case may be, and some expectation of monetary gain that make it come out the fluff. Oh, you know my cousin. Oh, you know my cuddy. Oh, you know I know your uncle. I know this that. Oh yeah, we did this back in the day. Oh, no, that fluff. So that fluff, the fluff will take your life. A fluff will get you caught in a sticky situation. You know what I'm saying? A fluff will get you shot. So a fluff will make you think you was tough for reasons it ain't got nothing to do with you being tough. You know what I'm saying? You're just a representation of something you probably a part of. You get fluffed out. Flaunt. You know what I'm saying? Oh, flaunt out. You know what I'm saying? They all just, everybody flaunt. You to flaunt esoteric school of life and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be your teacher, man. I'm gonna be a teacher. I'm the spiritual next door homie for everybody, all your homies and females and stuff like that. Because we're going through a time right now, and people don't know how to see it or explain it, but it's inevitable. You're reacting and responding to it. And like I told y'all, and I'm gonna do specific signs and preparing, because I'm back now. I just been doing a lot of other stuff and stuff like that on the Patreon, as far as updating and as far as the magic and stuff like that, as what you could do as an individual, Aries through Pisces, but just generalizing things for, tied it into in sync and reality and relatability, so y'all can see that it ain't just what I'm talking about nonsense. There's things in reality that you will be able to put these two things together and be able to check yourself to not be in these same type of scenarios, or just be a witness and not the victim within these scenarios. And if you're a witness within a system or within a circumstance of a victim or whatever the case may be, that means you was close. That means as a spirit, you're in that same world, and you're just not as invested or gave all your esoteric currency and paid attention to and involved yourself to as many things as the individual that you got witnessed. But you wouldn't even be in that same world. You wouldn't even be able to see a demon if you wasn't in hell with them. You see what I'm saying? So for the most part, you wouldn't even be able to see a victim if you're not going down that same path also for you to witness it on that same street. Esoterically speaking, that bends in and become physical. So this is how you check yourself, whatever. That's the actual concept of hear no evil, see no evil, because you're not even in that spiritual world where that even happens. Not you're in that world, then in reverse, you're trying to act like you ain't hear it and you ain't see it, and you the only person that know it, or read all about it. Big Dennis the Menace head face. I said, message. I said, oh, fuck that. I said, oh, Marlon Wayne's neck, giraffe, kangaroo, pouch face. And all of that. All of that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But y'all be lost. Y'all be getting all this retarded stuff, getting y'all pushing, y'all getting real and entry and space buttony. You know what I'm saying? Getting all the enters and space buttons, pushes and stuff like that. All the space and enter buttons. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing all the spaces and enterings and stuff about nonsense. Getting lost and stuff like that. All your spaces and enterings is lost, flunked out, retarded and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got to pay attention what y'all into and stuff. But if you pay attention to actually what's going on and you're productive, you'll be able to transmute that energy. Let's say even if you make music, your song right now will have something to do with how you standing on business or how you was orderly fashioned into something. Or you had some form of discipline about something. That'll be the substance. And it'll be filtered, and make sure you manuscript it through the filter system of something you did alone or something you had passion about. Boom, song hard. Song will be the beginning of time. Every time this time come around, it'll be like Will Smith, summer, summertime. You always got a natural hit and stuff. And then once you get into that pocket, it'll be natural. Now you know how to make long-lasting music, whether you're known or not. I could put up a video, a song that I made 10 years ago. Y'all think I made it yesterday. Y'all be like, when that came out, I made it 10 years ago. This is the group of spirits that's coming in the world now, where it's other things that's importance that play out as different type of goals, but it ain't what we do, it's how we do it. So it's still going to lead into the same what, but the how, the minerals, essential minerals and gold and the silver and the onyx and the oxides and stuff, how it's being conducted is different. And now it's being more valuable because it's also in the space of refreshing or unconventional or like something that makes you feel like, well, damn, I could value this because it's more precious, because now it's playing out that spiritual energy that you may not be able to explain, but the spirit always want to be fulfilled. So it's a lot of things that you probably really cared about, but the spirit and the shift we're all going through has no choice but to naturally play out that fulfilled and unfulfilled quality. There's going to be a lot of things that you would die for, and some of y'all got it, and some of y'all didn't get it, that is no longer even a fulfillment. So even if you're a millionaire and the way you got it and how you got it, you're going to feel weird even trying to boast it. Even now in the music and stuff like that. There's a lot of rappers that y'all was praising. These things ain't even something they can really boast about anymore. They got to figure out another subject matter or something else, another angle. Jay-Z can't just get up here and be like, I'm Hove. And I'm a business man. And I said he gonna feel weird before he do it, and when he do it, it's gonna be 9,000 content creators with whole other angles he ain't even mean to say it in. Like how he said battle rapper, he ain't even mean it the way everybody was virtue signaling to get a dollar bill themselves. And that's what people need to understand too. A lot of people just be virtual signaling. You know what I'm saying? Just to get a dollar the next month. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It's because the fluff, the shift. So it ain't really nobody's fault. You just got to be spiritual enough to know how to catch it. That's it. And you can stumble across some new gold. You could be trying to carve out some old gold that in this new world, it looked like coal at the moment. It looked like not no present in the Christmas box at the moment, or whatever the case may be. Yet it still look like a Christmas tree. Still look like Christmas presents up under the Christmas tree. Still look like presents in the up under it and in the box or whatever the case may be. But damn, why it ain't gold no more? Why ain't the new Nintendo 64 no more? Why is it cold? No, it is still the new Nintendo 64. No, it is still what you wanted. You're just fulfilled. So it's not as enticing anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a video game that they got to keep remaking. And the only way they can make some money off of it is you go to the next level once you buy the DLC content or downloadable content. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay to go to the next level. You got to pay to go to the next level of Battletoads and Contra now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like this is the time we in. It's like it's weird though. I know it's weird. We all got to be in this together. I know it's weird. I know it's weird, but it's each one teach one. We all help each other. What one person may know, what one person may not know, and what another person may know, the other person may not know. But we got to get in that stage right now. We can't be fighting over things that don't even matter anymore. It's like old things on a shift, on a shelf that don't even necessarily matter at the moment. You know what I'm saying? You thought everybody wanted that new Mortal Kombat. Then now people complaining about it. You be like, damn, didn't everybody just want this? Why they complaining or whatever the case may be? It might be the meaning and the reasoning behind it. You know what I'm saying? For it, we can even get into that Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. It seemed like a whole lot of new individuals that don't care about the story lore and just care about, oh, people like Scorpion. I don't know who telling Mortal Kombat that people want Johnny Cage to be the main character, so that must be some colonist type stuff. That might want Johnny Cage to be, leave Liu Kang there. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like the same scenario or whatever. It's like a person like, well, maybe we can make a lot of money if we do the fatalities the real way. You know what I'm saying? This time, and we got AI or whatever. No, it ain't about the fatality. This will make a person with like Mortal Kombat Annihilation better now, because it wasn't about if it ain't got the blood code or whatever the case. At least they stuck with the story. So no matter how corny the CGI may have been, how many times they messed up, how many times they made the sky all fluky and stuff like that, when Shao Kahn came in and said, y'all only got 7 days left or whatever. Like, America's trying to do that. I ran. However the case it may be or whatever and stuff like that, right? It wasn't about that. It ain't about the technology and how much you could do some AI matrix stuff. It's about it being close to the lore, it being close to the story. So that's almost like how everybody going through in all kind of business and industries right now. There's a cultural shock. If something ain't really backed and supported by that person's culture, it doesn't necessarily hit the same. And they might got the same rollout. You know what I'm saying? They might got the same lyrics. They might got the same comedian show. They might got the same psyop, whether they a person online or whatever the case may be, trying to make others crash out. They might got the same movie tactics, same director skills, or whatever the case may be, but it ain't hitting the same. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is their own representation at the moment. And online made that a thing. Because online is everybody's personal social media page. So anything you do represent you and what you're doing. So you can't get past self-projection. You can make it look good. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful what you're involved in. Because you might got alternative motives. You might be lost into a fluff. You might be lost into a business deal. So it got this type of psyop or narrative the way it has to go about it to sell it. But if it's part of the old world or whatever the case may be, right, you don't know that you're going to be a bad representation for that corporation because you think you're using yourself to sell something for the corporation, but you're putting yourself up here for your own judgment for people and people who probably didn't even know you to just start to decipher in their mind what you do. And this is what you actually like. This is why be careful if you even a person that, yeah, you got a little name like Cashapp, but you sell alcohol. So now, yeah, it was good 2016 and a little breakdown shift where people couldn't explain it leading up to 2026 right now, 10 years later. But now people can't wait to do it, even people virtual signaling. So yeah, it made sense during the previous 2016, and it may have caught a gold nugget there, a little success pocket there, like P. Diddy with Ciroc. You know what I'm saying? And this, that, and the third, and Jay-Z, whatever. But now it reached this pinnacle. And now it's fully trying to go into the other shift. So now, yeah, it may make sense. Kai cannot sell this alcohol. But now just the simple fact of people saying, what, alcohol? Kai cannot, you don't drink. So it ain't going to be about the alcohol business. It's going to be about Kai cannot crash itself out from any other investment. Y'all get it? That's why y'all celebrities be very careful what you involve yourself in. It goes beyond alcohol. You know what I'm saying? You could be up here. This is why LeBron James getting so much crashing out right now, based upon what he said about Memphis or whatever the case may be. Clearly, people from Memphis and all around the world understand how tactics is being played when something is about to start getting gentrified or attacked or whatever the case may be. So LeBron James being the face of his audience, that would be a wrong move for his agents to do. Whether you're doing it with Kanye or whatever the case may be, to make it try to put something in order in a way that is not going to be about his agency anymore. It's going to be about LeBron James can't sell a shoe no more. See, I don't want people to jump into the business of losing money, the business of crashing out. And we in a time right now where we can't point to where is that at? There ain't no scientific thing we can pull out of way and be like, oh, this was going on. So let's write a book and calculate it this way. So don't do this if we're getting ready to do this. Don't do, you know what I'm saying? It's like a spiritual thing right now. Whether you believe in a spirituality or not. You know what I'm saying? This is how a lot of y'all having y'all family, friends, and associates turn on y'all. A lot of people y'all thought y'all was close to and did some stuff you would never think they'd do. You probably in that position. You gave all this energy to someone to make them feel like they could trust you, and you just totally flipped on them and did some stuff you would never think, or whatever the case may be. This is the time we in. where God is trying to force everybody, no matter how it's done, get with your tribe, get with someone who resonate more with, so you can spend more time on this new creative goal I'm trying to have everybody do, because it's not going back. And whatever that you're trying to do that got something to do with the old ship or whatever the case may be, you're going to be wasting your time. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be all kind of new fulfillments and refreshments that whatever you thought you still have to do the old way, you're still going to have the same what as an outcome. You got to switch up the how. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's morally, whether it's physically, whether however the case it may be. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all lives together. Spiritually, mentally, and physically. Y'all spirit is your individual soul. Your mind is your body. That's your first body. You make your spaceship. And your physical is how it's going to appear to be. And you need to be that shining light down here to show as an example of be more progressive, not a person that's goddammit catering. And that's the term of the day. Stop catering, start progressing. What do that mean? I don't care, all the way down to on all creative levels, all the way down to if you're a content creator. And take that fruit I just gave you and piece it out in your own life. Some can make apple pie, some can make cherry pie. You know what I'm saying? Some make pumpkin pie or whatever the case may be. Some might not take the fruit or whatever, but these different pies you make with this type of fruit I just gave, it's an interpretation of your own creative.
Tell me why you always gotta babble with that lip. We going to the top right now.
Yeah. So, for the most part, stop catering. Start progressing. Stop catering. Start progressing. You know what I'm saying? And take that fruit and chop it up in, you know what I'm saying? Some people make apple slices. You know what I'm saying? Little bacon, cinnamon, apple slices, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. Oranges, whatever. But however you got to do it. Or whatever the case may be. And when you understand that for yourself, all the way down to a content creator, you'll fully understand what I'm talking about. And everything you complaining about, you will be the representation for it. Now we on our journey to make it online better and the world better. And I love all y'all from the bottom of my heart. Flight boss big, you know, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind of an Antares Moon. I'm the Royal Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and responsibilities. And remember, the things you need, maybe that's something you need to be. Play that role. And you could be in that position for someone else who need it in their life. And that's how we all each one teach one and still get that what? Just how you did it was in a new goalie fashion. And I love y'all. Rack the swab, hold that yellow hoop. Massasoit, mama na toy. Woo! Hee hee. That's a sake.